Hello to everyone and welcome to When in Halifax. Ayan, I'm just using my mobile phone to do some live streaming. So, hindi po tayo na gumamit ng computer kasi madami tayong ginagawa. Meron tayong presentation mamayang hapon for my business. So, sabi ko hindi ako pwede mag-live stream using my laptop. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do some live stream just to sustain and be consistent um, with the live streaming. So supposed to be it's a 12 midnight of Sunday. Hindi natin yung nagawa kasi napagod tayo. So right now what I'm going to do is to some share about the AIPP interview na ginawa natin sa East Coast Filipino Portal. And one thing that Sir Dennis Mercado shared to us is be persistent. And then make sure when you submit your resume, when you submit your application for AIPP, make sure that you send a resume that is be creative. Yan, nandiyan si Achi. So I'm currently live guys on YouTube channel. Um yun, wala akong masabi. So it's very important guys when you do an AIPP, make sure that when you apply, make sure that you have a complete documents. That's the number one. Make sure that you have a complete requirements. Make sure that you have the IELTS and ECA before you submit. I already give an example why you should have a complete documents or requirements before you apply. Because if you going to put yourself as an employer, you will hire an applicant with complete documents. Same thing na sinabi ni Sir Mercado. So make sure before you apply, that's because that's the requirement na you have the documents. And one thing that Sir Mercado also shared to us, always remember when we're talking about English test, although it's CL4 in language test, get the highest scores possible too. Because at least you can use the English test to use another one. Ayan, si Achi. Hi Achi. So yun. So anyway, when you do your language test, make sure daw na wag mo kunin yung CL4. Make sure that get the highest score as possible also. For two reasons. First, at least meron kayong at least makita ng employer. Kasi sabi ng employer, ay sabi ni Sir Dennis, yung employer is usually tinitingnan is 5. So just to be safe, get at least Selby 5 or more kung kaya naman. And another pointers na sinabi ni Sir Mercado, you can watch the video actually. You can watch the live stream in East Coast Filipino Portal. I'll put the link on the description. But the pointer is you need to when you send the resume, make sure that all the resumes, the CV, the cover letter is designed dun mismo sa position na ina-apply mo. Don't send a generic application. So, let's say for example, ano yung binigay na sir na example? So, example is accounting, and then yung isa naman is financial, the other one is business administrator, something like that. Wherein you can apply because let's say for example you have an experience, you have an education na related doon, and you try to apply. Don't send a generic. Kasi since you are accountant, sabihin mo, I'm accountant, I'm eligible. No. Make sure that you have a customized or personalized application or resume dun sa ina-applyan mo. Kaya nga that's why we're planning at East Coast na to invite someone na mas expert with hiring and resume writing. I hope makapag-invite tayo. Pero yun, tune in kayo sa East Coast because we have lots of topics na i-discuss din sa AIPP. So hand by hand, East Coast and when in Halifax, we also help each other para mas matulungan po kayo. It's very important, guys, that you understand what is AIPP. It's very important na meron kayong strategy and plan. Kaya nga, the AIPP, we don't know, pero according to the Canada CA, the AIPP will only, I think, it will expire until 2021, so it's only 3 years. So, the best advice that we can do is complete your documents. After completing the documents, submit resume, submit an application as much as possible. Share it. Submit it to your employer and make sure when you submit your resume, it is custom made or talagang naka-intended doon sa position. Don't make or don't send a resume that is generic. So, sabi nga niya, make sure na yung mga resume na isa-submit mo ay, ang tawag nito ay design talaga sa ina-applyan mo. Yun na yung pinakatatandaan natin. Kasi, ilagay natin naman yung sitwasyon, you are the employer, binasa mo is, alam mo yung generic, usually nakalagay sa resume natin, I am Joey, I am finished my bachelor's degree in, let's say, in nursing, very hardworking and willing to learn, something like. But the example that was given by Sir Dennis is like, let's say for example, you are an accountant, or say, let's say you are in sales, put it in your cover letter that you work in the company, and then you got let's say 100,000 sales every month, and this is your achievement, this is what you can do, and something like that. Parang binebenta mo sarili mo in through the cover letter. So, yun yung pinaka. Kasi ganito dito sa Canada, you don't need to send several papers. Usually, ang advice ng ISAS, so nakatend ako ng resume making, is the advice is only 1 page ng resume. And the cover letter is the most important because the cover letter is the one that will connect you and the employer. It's very important, guys, that you understand the connection because in the cover letter, that's the time that the employer build an impression to you as an applicant. So kapag kasi yung resume or the CV is all the informations of your parang track record of your education, or mga activities mo. But the cover letter will inform or sinasabi mo dun sa employer kung ano ka, anong magagawa mo kapag na-hire ka, or ano yung mga asset mo. So, that's why it's very important, guys, that you know how to write the cover letter because the AIPP, pag tiningnan mo siya, maganda. Pag tiningnan mo ang AIPP is maganda yung benefit ng program sa'yo dahil it's settled na pagdating ninyo dito, and then you have trabaho, you have a job pagland mo, and then permanent resident, napakaganda, di ba? The challenge for the AIPP, eto yung pinaka-problema na dapat yung malaman is mahirap maghanap ng employer. Siguro lahat naman nga mahirap, pero once nakakuha ka ng employer, it's a gold mine. Talagang parang nakamina ka ng ginto. Dahil kapag nakakuha ka ng employer, yung employer mismo tutulong sa'yo makapag-settle ka dito. Aside of course sa trabaho. And then, just take note, if ever that you have the chance na makapunta dito, make sure that you're committed. Make sure na yung kontrata susundin mo because there's a lot of story here in Canada na after the papers and documentations and after the requirements, ang nangyari is instead na mag-land sa Nova Scotia, nag-land sa ibang province. Doon nag-work kasi nandun yung kapamilya. Our advice is, of course, alam ko naman sa most of kababayan natin is nandun yung tawag nito yung gratitude or utang na loob, di ba? So if you have the chance you are hired by the employer, make sure na tuparin mo yung conditions or kontrata. If it says dito ka sa Nova Scotia or sa New Brunswick ka magstay, make sure that you land there, live there, and work. Because there's a lot of instances na nangyayari is after ng visa, nakapunta ng Canada, instead sa Nova Scotia, naglag sa ibang province. For reasons na pwedeng family or pwedeng opportunity. Pero yun, because there's a lots of feedback from Sir Dennis na after ng papel, nagstay lang ng less than a year, umalis na. Yun, sabi ko nga, it's got to be, there's a contract. So finish the contract. If you want to move to other province, it's okay. Pwede ka basta comply mo yung kontratang napirmahan nyo. If ever it says 1 year or 2 years, you will stay them, you would need to work from them, then do it. Another point na sinabi ni Sir Dennis is to avoid scam. It's very difficult, guys, especially for our kababayans na nasa Pilipinas to differentiate between the agency and the immigration consultant. It's your responsibility, guys, that to make sure, because there's a new practice in Canada CA according to Sir Dennis. Now, once they figure out the Canada CA, the IRCC, the CIC, sorry, the CRC, figure out that your agent, the immigration consultant, is fake, your application can be affected. So, pwede pong maapektuhan yung inyong applications kapag nalaman po na na nagpa-process ay hindi po license. So, that will be a big problem because especially if you're not aware. So, it's your responsibility before to transact to anyone, before you transact with anyone, before you transact to anyone, make sure that you know them. Nag-search ka na dun sa binigay naming website, which is the IRCC yata yun. It's a website of licensed immigration consultant. So what you can do, go to that website, then after, search the name of immigration consultant. So before you transact to someone, make sure that they are licensed immigration consultant. In the Philippines, guys, there's a lots of agency promising you or doing processing the student or the permanent resident visa or whatever kind of pathway na gagawin nila. Make sure that you need to ask sino po yung immigration consultant. Kasi dapat meron po daw dapat immigration consultant kasi yun lang po yung ino-authorize ng Canada Immigration para mag-process ng document mo. So yun. And then, it's your responsibility again to make sure that they are legit. Sabi nga ni Sir Al during the live stream is parang you're buying a house, make sure that they have a legal documents, that the legal ownership ng bahay. Or even though nagbabili ka sa Pilipinas ng second-hand car, make sure yung nagbebenta is yung talaga yung legit na may-ari kasi baka yung pala ay karnap. So same thing with immigration. Make sure that the person that you're dealing with is a licensed immigration consultant. So, yun yung mga pointers that you need to watch if you want to watch the entire interview with Sir Dennis. Sir Dennis is a licensed immigration consultant based here in Halifax. Sir Dennis Mercado is also a Filipino. We are very grateful and very happy to have him And napakaswerte natin because all out yung information na binigay niya. So, go to Facebook, search for East Coast Filipino Portal, watch the entire interview. Um, it's almost 2 hours because what happened is during the live streaming is we have a Q&A. So, yung Q&A is there's a questions from the viewers. Marami tayong viewers from Philippines, Cotabato, we have from Taiwan, Japan, ang dami. We're very happy to help. Yun. And then at the same time, if you are watching this live streaming, if you're currently, please subscribe to our channel because as much as possible, I'm very busy with the work, family, projects, but still I'm trying to manage to make sure that I'll be consistent with the live stream. So, the promise na binigay ko po sa inyo is to do the live stream every Saturday or weekends. That's why right now, even on my mobile phone, I did my live streaming kahit wala pa po yung Digo. Secret lang yun. Ah, yun, walang work, kakagising lang natin. It's already, kakagising ko lang kanina, mga around, nagising ako ng maaga, around 4, mga 4 a.m. Ginawa ko yung mga project, hinatid ko si Jessa, and then, pinakain mo na yung kids, and then, nag-iglip ng konti. Kaya talagang pagod na, ano, masakit na din ang ulo ko figure out ng aking business social media. So, I manage social media. That's why, medyo masakit na ulo ko. But anyway, guys, even I'm busy, I'll manage to do um, some inputs about AIPP. And then later on, I'm planning actually partnership with Adjunct International. We're planning to discuss the caregiver visa and then the nanny visa also. So, abangan niyo yan guys. Because we have lots of friends from Middle East, from Asian countries, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Malaysia, that they are asking for caregiver or nanny visa in Toronto. So, we have partnership with Adjunct International wherein Mel will share her expertise on that visa. So it's very privileged that we have lots of people that helping us to be helping hands ng mga kababayan natin. Hand to hand tayo magtutulungan. So, if you are watching this, you're gaining information, and one day you'll be here in Canada, mag Nova Scotia may, mag Halifax or other province, make sure to pay back other kababayan by helping them by sharing your experience because we have lots of kababayan. They know that it's not easy to migrate here in Canada. They know that there's a lots of um, documents or requirements and money that they need to spend. But your story, my story, is somehow an inspiration to them. So, if ever na nanonood lang kayo dito sa Halifax or somewhere in Halifax or to other content creator like kay Moses in Chile, shout out sa inyo, kay John Tigno, Pinoy Pinoy, and Emersonic YT TV. If you're watching them or watching my channel and naswertehan nyo nakapunta kayo sa Canada, payback all our kababayan by sharing your story or sharing inspire them with your opportunity na kapunta kayo sa Canada. Yun lang yun. Because in Halifax, sabi ko, sharing is caring. We care, that's why we share. It's very important, guys, that we share information, especially the content creator that what we're doing is we share the raw, yung pinaka raw. Walang halong tawag nito, walang sugar coated na information pagdating sa immigration. So what we do is we're not in immigration. I am not an immigration. I'm not yet. So yun, hindi po ako immigration consultant or license or agency. Hindi po ano. So what I'm sharing, guys, is what is my understanding with the pathway. So anyway, to verify all the information that I shared is up to date. We have invited guests like Timel Ajok, kay Dennis Mercado. It's very important na we have words, we have professional tips from the expert. Kaya we're very happy. So anyway, again, if you want to learn more about AIPP or Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program from an expert, which is si Dennis Mercado, go to your Facebook account, search the East Coast Filipino portal, napin ko na yon yung post na yon yung live stream, isa lang naman yon na live stream. So, panoorin nyo guys. It's 2 hours, pero it's worth it. And speaking of 2 hours length time, all the previous live stream that I made here in Halifax, actually, you cannot find it in the videos list, but you can watch it in the playlist Q&A live stream. So, unlisted na po yung mga live stream kasi napakahaba. But then if you have lots of time, libangan nyo, gusto nyo panoorin kahit 1 hour, 2 hours live stream yon, it's a good content kasi it's a Q&A also. Go to a playlist on my channel, go to the playlist, look for the Q&A Atlantic live stream. So all the informations that we shared during the live stream, it can be helpful for you. So go to my channel, go to the playlist, look for Q&A live stream AIPP or Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. So anyway guys, that's it. Those are the pointers for the AIPP. Make sure, again, number one, when you apply for AIPP, make sure na you become more creative, persistent, consistent as well. So before you apply, make sure that you have complete documents. Wag na magtanong ano yung mga requirements. I already discussed it. English test, ECA. If you have question with ECA or you have question with IELTS, just go to my channel, search language test, search proof of funds. So once you're completed all these documents, when you're ready to submit you are now ready to submit resumes or CV. Before you submit, make sure that the resume is not a generic resume that you will send to all potential employer. So make sure guys, when you have your resume, make sure that this is a custom or personalized resume for every company that you're going to send. So dapat customized. Hindi po basta generic. Kahit na send ko na lang to, parang sabi ko nga, it's like a raffle draw, but give time, invest time para makuha kayo ng employer. Try to read some blogs about how to write a resume, or read some tips on interview. So those are the preparation that you need. And then we all know that AIPP is the best option for you, especially if you're planning to migrate here in Atlantic Province. But the only problem is finding employer. That's why invest time to learn how to write a resume, invest time on how to learn to write Canadian CV, because you need these two documents. And this is your chance. This is your, kung sa gera, ito yung bala mo para makakuha ka ng employer. So always don't think about yourself, think about your employer. What if ikaw yung employer? Huwag mong isipin as applicant, papagandahin ko yung resume ko, gagawin ko, copy-paste na lang ko sa internet, and then ito. Personalize guys yung resume. If you applied for something, make sure the information that is in the cover letter is about the position that you applied. Hindi po yung generic na mga resume. So, yun. Yun lang guys. If you have question, I will give at least 5 more minutes to answer some questions. Balik trabaho ulit tayo. Gabi na, antok pa ko, no? So again, if you want to watch the live stream of Sir Dennis Mercado at East Coast, visit our Facebook account. Myself, when in Halifax, Kojan of when in Halifax is very supportive to East Coast Filipino portal. Yun. So watch the East Coast Filipino portal. So yun guys lang, wala na ako masyadong discussions. Um, if you have question, I'll give you some 5 more minutes to ask some questions. Medyo wala, hindi ko alam yung audio, hindi ko na monitor yung live stream, but then I hope guys makapunta kayo dito, and I wish na sana magkita-kita tayo. Then if you need assistance, um, if you're going here na, papapunta na kayo dito and you need assistance, don't hesitate to message us in our Facebook account. Um, Yun, we're very willing to help you guys. We're very willing to guide you. So make sure that yun, make sure guys that make sure that nagsaid na sa make sure that when you sorry, there's 3 viewers right now. Can I ask guys to comment so that I know where you are, and if you have question, feel free to ask. And yun. For nurses, again, there we have messages or call questions from our friends that are nurses. Um, Anong position a-applyan ko? It's a critical question. But here in Canada, if you don't have a license, like for me, I don't have, since I'm a registered nurse in the Philippines, I applied for CCA. Actually, the company actually, they're asking for the CCA course. But since you're a registered nurse, when you submit your resume or cover letter, make sure that you emphasize there that um, yun, I am a registered nurse. I am a registered. Hindi ko na ba. So yun, if you're a registered nurse, planning to do the AIPP, of course, maghanap ka ng employer. O ang confusing doon, yung challenge doon, number one is, ano yung position yung applyan mo? You're registered nurse back home, registered nurse ka back home. Pagdating dito sa Canada, anong position ang applyan mo? Registered nurse din ba? So, according to Sir Dennis, pwedeng hindi mo ma-apply yan dahil wala kang license. So, pwede ka mag-apply with this, sa CCA position. Hindi yan naghihingi yan license because there's a specific license for the CCA and there's a course for it. But, in our scenario, in our experience, we are allowed to do the CCA job without license as long as we have the NNAS. So the NNAS is the proof that we're going to process our nursing career. So NNAS, if you are not familiar with the NNAS is another organization that will verify your work experience work experience and license. So NNAS is another organization that will evaluate your applications, your resumes, your language test, your job, your license in PRC. So para siyang WES, para siyang ECA na you will registered online. Then pag registered mo online, you need to pay online. Then they will send you a paper, and then you need to go to your employer to sign the application form. You go to your school, same thing. You go to PRC, you need to pass language test as well. And then once you have this, You need to send them to the NNAS, and the NNAS will give you a result. Usually, there depends on you what kind of position that you need to be evaluated. If registered nurse or LPN, there's a two option, guys. So, ang ginawa ko is LPN and RN. Um, yun lang yung pinakita ko dun sa employer ko, which is Shanex, by the way. Um, Someone message me, say, Sir, nurse po ako, pwede po pa ako mag-apply as a PSW in New Brunswick. I hope mapili ako. I think yes. I am not sure on, because it's employer driven, tama? So, but for the PCW, I think yes. But there's a specific license na naman yun. Yung CCA o PCW, there's a specific license. Um, Siguro lagay mo sa application mo, I'm not sure, but based from my experience, sabi ko nga, I applied for a CCA position in Shanex, and one thing that they asked me is a license, NNAS, to prove na I'm ongoing process ng aking registration. So yun ang hiningi nila. And then nakalagay doon is sa kontrata is I can only work 2 years for while pinaprocess yung aking NNAS license or yung registration ko. So, yun. I think you can apply, you try it, and there at the same time, dapat talaga if you're doing all the documents papunta dito sa Canada, make sure guys na talagang sino to? So, I got some message anyway. Hindi ko alam kung sino. But then, anyway, guys, yun. I will do some video about this. So, if you have questions, feel free to ask questions. I don't have plan to do a live stream na mahaba dahil sabi ko nga, kakagising lang natin. And the reason why nag-live stream ako, just to be consistent, sabi ko baka may mga naghintay kayo nung 12 midnight. PSW is personal. PSW, I'm not sure what is the PSW, but here in Nova Scotia is PCW, the personal care worker. PCW actually halos wala na yan. Ang nandito na ay CCA, Continuing Care Assistant. I'm not sure about the PSW, personal sa what's the meaning of that? So the PCW is personal care assistant. So the CCA needs a license. I'm not sure about the PCW, but the CCA 100% there's a license. So there's a license for the CCA continuing care assistant. There's a license for the LPN. There's a license for the RN. PCW, PSW, I'm not sure guys. But if you are trying to apply, you're a registered net, just try to apply the CCA. Yon, nandyan si Nico. Yan, si Nico. Congratulations, Nico. Yon, kakahire lang nito eh. Congratulations sa'yo, Nico. Nasa magandang company to. Kakarating lang ni Nico, kaya shout out sa'yo. Kakarating lang dito sa Halifax. Ayan, Nico. Antok pa ko, Nico. Ano ba? Wala ito, kuya. Kagising ko lang, Nico. Nako, antok na antok ako dahil may dami kong ginagawa. So, anyway, yun. Gusto ko magstay, guys. Gusto ko magstay, pero medyo, ko, talagang antukurs. Anong balita? Masyado ka bong busy. Oo. Masyadong busy dahil I'm doing sa business, sa UFI Advertising Agency, and then may mga project. So, yun. Pag busy, mas okay, di ba? And at the same time, I work also as a CCA also. So, yun. So, anyway, guys, I want to stay. I receive a lots of comments. Nandito na si Nico. Gusto ko pa magstay, Nico. Um, anyway, Nico, just one question, Nico, before I end this live stream. One question, Nico, if you're here, can you share yung pag-apply mo ng trabaho? Kasi this is dito nagtatanong si Renato Meses. Maraming salamat po sa time ninyo. Kahit busy, you still may time pa rin po kayong tumulong. God bless. Thank you, Nico. Tanong ni Karen Ocfemia is yung about sa PCW. But then, anyway, yung pag-apply natin sa CCA is you have an agreement, 'di ba, na 2 years kang pwede mag-work as CCA. Hindi sila naghingi ng license. Tama ba, Nico? Hindi sila naghanap ng license ng CCA. But you have an agreement na within 2 years dapat makuha mo yung RN mo or LPN. Tama ba? Kasi ganun yung agreement sa akin sa Shanex. Yes. Ayan. So, yun. Ay, ano ba yung yes mo? Tama ba? Yes ba yung ano mo sa akin? So, anyway, yun. PSW, PCW, as long as you are IEN, saka may CPR certificate. Oh, yun. Thank you, Nico. So, you can apply as long as, I think yung CPR certificate, valid ba yung sa Pilipinas, Nico? Or valid ba yung sa Pilipinas? Tapos within 2 years naka-apply ka na sa NNAS. So, yon. Karen, maybe yon. Oh, so maybe Karen, for nurses, I am not sure what's the best advice for you or for all nurses na kaibigan natin dito sa when in Halifax, what will be the best pathway, especially for as long as at ano yung accredited? Wala kasing international Red Cross, 'di ba? So, actually guys, yung Red Cross na dala ko dito sa Pilipinas pa. Hindi nila ako tinanong na nag-apply ako sa Shanex. Nung nag-apply ako sa RRSS, they have their own first aid. Kaya nagkaroon ako ng nasa vlog ko din 'yon. So nag-training ako ng BLS dito sa Canada, sa Halifax na. Apply lang kayo ng apply sa CCA. Madaming opening Ako, 30 pending pa application ko, kuya. So, yon. See? Madaming ano. Ako po, kuya, kasi galing sa Qatar, si PR certificate ko po are certified ng AHA. Okay. So, I have an AHA also back home. Pero nung pag-apply ko ay expired na. Ang dala ko lang is Red Cross. Pero during my application, dito sa Shanex, hindi naman nila ako hiningian ng certificate. Pero anyway, make sure guys, sabi ni Nico, based from the fresh experience, kasi yung experience ko pag-apply ng CCA is almost 3 years ago. 2007 ako nag-apply as a full-time, part-time at Shanex. And then I work full-time also with an agency. So until now, I'm an agency. So yun, make a soft copy ng education credentials. Soft copy, okay. So, you need, guys, take note this. If you have paper, right? Because it's very important, guys. With Nico is sharing his recent, latest, sariwang-sariwa pa na experience si Nico Joson. So, si Nico is from Qatar. He just landed 3 weeks ago. Mag-1 month, magmamansari ka na ba, Nico? Dito sa Halifax? So, yon, just to prove that you have, kailangan nila, saka pala kuya, make soft copy ng education credential, and then, kailangan just to prove that you have a nursing education sa Pinas. Last week lang yan, kuya. So, yon, June 23. See? Eto guys, remember, sa mga bagong dating na viewers natin sa live streaming, sabi ni Nico is kailangan mo ng soft copy ng kayong nursing education, and make sure that also that you have a valid or accredited first aid. Sa kanya po is HAA o American Heart Association. In my experience also, actually I have AHA, pero hindi ko din na-renew kasi sa Pilipinas ako, medyo mahal. So that's why when the time na pumunta ko dito sa Canada, ang dala ko ay first aid from the Red Cross, Philippine Red Cross. And then when I applied for Shanex, actually hindi nila yung tiningnan. Ang tiningnan nila sa akin is the NNAS. That time na nag-apply po ako ng part-time, meron na po akong, before pa po ako pumunta ng Canada, nakaprocess na ko ng NNAS. So nakaplan po ako na pagpunta ko, actually guys, pagpunta ko pa lang dito sa Canada, English test na lang kailangan kong gawin. So yun. So ngayon, yung NNAS ko hindi ko tinloy, it's still pending. So yun. Pero pwede mong gawin if ever you're planning, mag-NNAS ka na rin if you have time. Ang problema lang with the NNAS, nag-English test ka ng general training for your immigration, you need to do an English test uli, academic naman. Kasi yun ang kailangan mo sa NNAS. Yun yung nakakalungkot na part. Dahil yung nakakalungkot na part, 2 beses ka magla-language test. Kasi yung general training, hindi mo magagamit sa NNAS. Yung academic, hindi mo din magagamit sa immigration. Yun ang nakakalungkot. For me guys, for me, it's up to you. Those are the options. So if you are in the Philippines, marami kang time, siguro you have a budget, try to do all those things. Kasi hindi din, wala din mawawala sa'yo. And yung NNAS advantage na let's say person nasa Pilipinas ka, mas madali kasi mag-process kung nandun ka kaysa pasusuyo mo. And we have also friends from Saudi Arabia na medyo nahirapan sila to connect with their boss, with the chief nurse na mag-fill up ng mga forms. Kasi pasusuyo mo yun sa mga kaibigan mo or i-email mo or tatawagan mo sila para maayos yung mga papel. So, those are the experience. Unless otherwise, nandun ka talaga, kaya sa akin, nandun talaga ako. Ako mismong nag tawag nito, nagpapapapel, nagpapaprocess ng mga documents sa NNAS. So, yon. The truth, kuya, iba talaga ang module ng English test para sa amin saka sa professional education registration. Advantage na nasa Pinas ka, mag-process kasi mas madali mag-gather ng OCS sa school, PRC and employment. Tama po. Docs. And Sir Joey, sabi kasi ng employer ko diyan na lang po ako mag-apply ng PR kasi pag dito po ako mag-apply, may show money. Mas madali po ba diyan na lang mag-apply ng PR? Madali ba mag-apply ng PR? Anong entry mo? So yun ang tanong doon. Madali mag-apply? Paano ka makakapasok? So, anong pathway? Yun ang tanong doon eh. So, mag-apply ka ng PR pero paano ka naman dito makakapasok as a student ba? Validity biometrics, meron po din ng DD-9 for AIPP. EIPP ka. Okay. Okay. Oo, proof of, pero kung AIPP ka, kailangan mo, sa AIPP po, kailangan mo talaga mag-show money. Yun po yung binaliwanag din ni Sir Mercado, ni Sir Dennis, that's the requirement. Basahin nyo yung Canada.ca/Atlantic-immigration. Basahin nyo guys, there's a 3 requirements. The language test, the proof of funds, work experience. Guys, malulobat na ako. So sabi ko na ako magla-livestream ng mahaba. Pero napasarap yung kwentuhan natin. So anyway, yon. If you are... Hello po Sir Joey, ask ko lang po, ano ang next step once makakuha ng validity of biometrics? Meron din po bang nadidinay sa AIPP? Nakapas na po ako ng papers and waiting po for the decision of IRCC. Thank you po. AIPP po ako, Sir Joey. Meron na po akong job offer. Okay. Hi, baby. So, yun. With the AIPP, kung susundin natin yung process, step by step, you need to have a job offer. Kung nandun ka na, bibigyan ka ng job offer tapos designation letter, di ba? Dapat mag-connect ka sa settlement plan. Yung settlement plan naman is gagawin mo, meron ka na bang settlement plan? Meron ka na bang settlement plan, uh, Miguel De Leon? Kasi it's very important na meron kang settlement plan kasi ito yung requirement din ng AIPP, settlement plan. Okay. Job offer. So anyway, settlement plan meron na. Okay. So I think ano na, magagawin yan. Pagka settlement plan yan, ang next step based dun sa ano, candidate see information na step by step nila. After ng settlement plan, ibabalik mo naman sa employer. Yung employer naman, binigyan ka ng copy ng settlement plan sa employer. Yung employer naman, iba-process sa provincial. Sa provincial naman, oo, wala kang ano LMA kasi nga kung AIPP po it's a different program naman. So mangyayari po noon is i-submit namin sa Canada CIC para po mag-process na kayong PR. So depende sa employer if ever pwede kang bigyan ng temporary work permit if they really need you, if there's a demand na kailangan talaga nandun ka na, pwede sila magbigay ng temporary working visa, temporary, habang pinaprocess yung permanent resident. Yes, kung ang tanong mo is pwede ka mag-PR dito sa Canada using mas okay po ba din na lang ako mag-PR? Pwede ka dito mag-PR actually. Actually, I have a friend na nag-AIP, through AIPP siya. Nandito na siya, nag-PR na siya. It's almost the same. 6 months din yun eh. Basta ang AIPP is 6 months. Depende, sabi ni Sir Dennis, depende sa gaano ka busy yung CIC. Ang ano lang doon is as long as complete yung documents mo, tinutupad nila yung estimate nila which is the 6 months. The bottom line is kung meron ka ng settlement plan, meron ka ng na-submit mo na yon, I think you're just waiting for the PR visa. Yun lang naman yun. Madali na yun. Maghintay ka na lang. Ilang months ka na naghihintay. You can communicate with your employer because the employer, kasi employer driven yung AIPP. So you can connect to your employer and then ask with the updates. Kasi ano ka na eh, halos kung sa step by step, halos 80% done ka na eh. You're just waiting for the PR. So I think wala ka nang i-worry. Magkakaroon ka na lang siguro, I am not sure because I'm not an immigration consultant, pero magkakaroon ka na lang chances na ma-deny ka if ever they find some discrepancy with your documents. Kung merong mga doubt or may mga questions na hindi nila naintindihan, may mga sagot na hindi nila naintindihan or there's a conflict, I think yun na magkakaroon ka ng problema. Pero kung wala naman, I think smooth sailing yan. Almost 80% ka na eh. Kasi yun yung step by step. Employer, get job offer, submit to the settlement plan. Settlement plan, magbibigay sa copy, papunta sa employer. Employer, isa-submit sa province. Province, isa-submit naman sa federal. Pagkatapos, PR. Same process ng pag-PR. Yun lang naman. So, yun. Ang tanong mo lang is, ang worry ko lang, yung sinabi mo kanina, Miguel, is okay po ba mag-proof of, Eto, Sir Joey, sabi po kasi ng employer ko, diyan na lang daw po ako mag-apply ng PR kasi pag dito po ako nang mag-apply, may show money, mas madali po ba diyan na lang mag-PR? I am not sure about this question. Actually, pwede kang bigyan ng employer mo ng temporary working visa para makapunta lang dito sa Canada through AIPP. Then, after 6 months, ipa-process ka ng permanent residence. Pwede yon. Pero yung show proof of funds, hindi ko sure. Kasi based from the information that is posted sa Canada.ca, it is a requirement na merong proof of funds. Roel Nemes, Sir, pag-approve po ba pag-approve po ba ang AIPP after po ba mag-work contract, pwede po bang lumipat ng ibang province ng Canada? Actually, yun yung pinag-usapan namin nung sa live. Panoorin niyo guys yung live. It's very helpful. It's very educational, informative. Ang dami nagtanong during the live. So, yung mga possible questions na tatanungin natin, pwedeng nandun na. Pero, yun, pwede kang lumipat actually sa ibang province once makumply mo yung kontrata. Kasi, may agreement lang kayo ng employer eh. Usually daw, it's 2 years contract. Usually, it depends, case to case. Again, it's an employer. Depende kung ano yung agreement ninyong dalawa. Sabi nga natin, as a Pilipino, dapat meron tayong gratitude. Itong employer na to, tinulungan tayo makapunta dito. So, comply mo yung requirement, comply mo yung kontrata, and then, if you decide na maglipat, naiintindihan naman ng employer nun, okay lang. Kasi usually, sabi ni Sir Dennis, yung mga nag-AIPP program, usually malalayong lugar yon. Kasi kaya nga nahihirapan sila maghanap ng employer kasi malalayong lugar. So what will happen is finish the contract and go to the province na gusto nyo. I-comply nyo. 'Di ba? So wala naman mawawala. Tapos para at least wala kayong problema pagdating yung citizenship. So yun lang. Um, ay nawala yung iba. Ito. Temporary visa lang po pina-apply sa akin. February pa po ako nag-process and May po lumabas yung offer of employment. Then June po ako nagpasa ng papers. Malapit na yan, Nigel. Malapit na po yan. If nag-process ka ng sa VFS, madali na yan. Maghintay ka na lang siguro less than a month. Babalik ko sa iyo, meron ka ng visa. Kung temporary work permit kasi in need talaga ng employer. So, oo kuya, ang alam ko, ganun pong ginawa ng ibang employer, temporary work permit. Para po walang proof of funds. So, yun, kinoffer ni Nico para wala daw proof of funds. Ayan, so meron tayong Nigel de Leon, pakibasa po yung chat ni Nico. O kuya, ang alam ko ganun, ginawa ng iba ng employer po, temporary working visa. Which is good, kasi kung wala kang proof of funds, mas okay. Kasi, malaki din eh. Let's say, for example, if you are 4 members, 5,800 yun, almost 6,000. So, kung 6,000 times 4, magkano na yun, di ba? Malaki din. So, nag-biometrics and medical na po din ako. So, waiting na lang po ako ng decision from IRCC. Kaso, I'm a little worried na if may naman. Think positive. Sabi nga natin, whatever na iniisip natin, yun usually yung nangyayari, di ba? So, think positive, be optimistic, makukuha mo yon. Tapos, while working, pinaprocess yung PR. I think, yes, with the AIPP, ang sabi nila, you can do a work permit, and then after the work permit, within 6 months, you can be a PR. Totoo po yun. Salamat Sir Joey and Sir Nico. Yes. Sa New Brunswick po pala ako, Sir Joey. Yun. Connect ka sa amin, Miguel. Message us in Halifax. You can join our group, our community. We're here to, as much as possible, we will do our best to support and guide you as much as possible. And sabi ni Nico, 5,800, kinumpit niya, 240,000 din yun. Malaki din yun. So, yun. But the PR is connected to PNP, meaning Provincial Nominee ka. Ayan. Sa AIPP, pag nag-AIPP ka, usually, sa AIPP kasi pag nag-work permit ka, meron siyang talagang program para maging PR ka. So, yun. And worst to worst scenario, pag nag-work permit ka, pwede ka talaga mag-PNP uli, yung category A naman yon. Wala talaga yung proof of yung category A. Ang kailangan mo lang is employer saka experience, 1 year experience. Pero kung AIPP ka, kung hindi ako nagkakamali, kung AIPP ka, pwede ka mag-PR. Basta magkakadikit kasi program yun eh. Yun ang program talaga ng AIPP. Nakalagay doon sa AIPP, basahin nyo, verify it, try to read, give time na magbasa, kasi all the information nakapost po sa canada.ca. That's the official website. Huwag kayong magbasa sa iba. There's a website that's CIC News. Madaming mga website na it looks like Canada, pero mga agency yon. So I highly recommend to visit the official website ng Canada, which is the canada.ca or cic.gc.ca. Pareho lang yun. Pero Canada.ca para madaling tandaan, canada.ca, yun lang. Um, Pag gusto mo ng Atlantic, madali lang, canada.ca/Atlantic-immigration. So, lahat ng information about Atlantic nandun. Pero doon sa step by step na yon, kapag na-process na ng federal, ang mangyayari is permanent, pwede ka mag-work permit temporarily, and then after pwede ka mag-permanent resident. Hindi ka dadaan ng PNP kasi may separate program talaga ang AIPP. So yun yun. Sabi ko hindi ako magla-livestream matagal pero 55 minutes and 30 seconds pa rin. Pero maraming salamat sa panonood. And thank you very much, Nico, for joining. And your information is very important po. Appreciated, Nico, for giving time. I know you're busy also. Within this week, we will, I think, with starting next week, magiging busy na din to si Nico. Kuya, bibili po ako ng Kojek sa Kabayan Superstore. Ano, Nico, pwedeng, bilan mo na din akong Koji. Yeah. Hindi, joke lang. Hindi ako gumagamit niyan. Ah, nagdadry yung aking sensitive skin. Yeah. Ronel, bibili na ng Koji. O, yun sa mga kababayan nating nasa Pilipinas. Si Nico, naghahanap ng Koji. Koji. Si Koji na lang. Kasing puti nung sinend ni Kuya. Sa mga kababayan nating papunta dito sa Canada, don't forget to bring Koji. Yon. Magdala po kayo para kay Kuya Nico. Mga dalawang sabon lang, wala namang problema. Di ba, Koji? Ay, Nico. Dalawang sabon lang, no? So, yun. Hindi po yan makakabigat sa inyong mga luggage. Yun. Sir Joey from CCA po, pwede po ba kasing puti? Ano ba? Mali. Bakit? Sir Joey from CCA po, pwede po ba maging CARN or Canada RN? Mga ilang years po ba if mag-aaral? Number one, from CCA, kung na-process mo yung NNAS mo, depende. Gaya sa akin, hindi ko pina-process yung NNAS. Almost 3 years na ako. So, it depends. Depende. Kung you're very aggressive, you want to be a Canadian nurse, nasa Pilipinas ka pa lang habang pina-process mo yung visa mo, mag-start ka na mag-process ng NNAS. Pero make sure nang papunta ka na dito dahil 2 years lang yung NNAS. It will expire. So, I don't advise na wala ka pang visa, nag-start ka na. Ang ginawa ko that time, nakikita ko ng positive na yung documents ko, nung na-receive ko yung provincial nominee, yung NNAS, binabasa ko na siya. So, yung na-confirm na meron akong visa, medyo positive na to, naghihintay na lang ako ng medical, nagbayad na ako online sa NNAS. Yung mga forms, pinirint out ko, pumunta ako sa PRC, pumunta ako sa employer ko, sa school ko, pinadala ko na. Pag-land ko dito, yon kompleto na ako. Ang kulang ko na lang that time is proof, identity, and then English test. So, until now, wala pa akong English test kasi hindi ko na pinatuloy. So, it depends on you kung gaano ka ka-aggressive. I have friends na pinarases nila in less than yung NNAS, in less than 6 months, less than a year. Na-process nila, na-comply nila yung NNAS requirements. And then, you need to wait for the NNAS result. Yung NNAS result, walang basis eh. You don't know what will be the result if you're eligible for LPN, you're eligible for RN. Mostly, yung mga kaibigan natin dito, shout out po sa inyo, usually, nagkaroon sila ng bridging course. 6 months, 1 year bridging course before sila na allowed mag-NCLEX. So, yun. Kung ang tanong mo, gaano kahaba? I don't know. It depends on you. So, yun ang sagot ko yun ang sagot ko for Ronel Nemes. Ayan. Nasagot ko ba, Ronel, yung tanong mo? And then, yun, kasing puti, nananawagan po ako sa mga kababayan natin na papunta sa Halifax. Parang awa nyo na, sabi ni Nico. Ayan, si Miguel. Ako pong bahala sa inyo, Sir Nico. Hopefully, mga end of audio, yun, no? Magdala po kayo, please. Koje-san po, babayaran ko po kayo dito. Nasa group po ba kayo ng syempre, admin si Nico, eh. Admin niya si Nico sa group natin, sa When in Halifax. Para dun ko na po kayo i-communicate para sa shipping ninyo. Yun no. Tawag dito, Nico, solve yung supply mo ng Kojisan, sabon. Hindi si Koje na, hindi. Para po dun sa mga, yan. Yes, Miguel, oo, nasa group po ako. Ako ang sort ng mga bagong post. Yon! Kasi si Nico, yung latest, immigrant natin na very helpful po talaga si Nico kasi si-share po talaga ng kanyang experience. Maraming salamat, Nico. Taga Halifax ako, Miguel. Antayin na lang kita. Yon. Antayin na lang antayin na lang para thrill. Merong thrill. Para ma-excite para ma-excite ka Miguel na makapunta dito sa Halifax. Bili mo na yung sabon, Miguel, bili mo na yung sabon, tapos titingnan mo, sabi, kailangan ko tong dalhin sa Halifax, nasaan na yung visa ko? Matutunaw to. Yon, bilhin mo na yung sabon ngayon para meron kang inspirasyon na dapat makapunta ka sa Canada, dito sa Halifax, para madala mo itong sabon na to kay Nico. So, yon. Ayan. May FB group po ba ang When in Halifax Edition? Yes, meron tayong FB group. It's Pinoy Canada Immigration Forum by When in Halifax. Search po ninyo sa Facebook. It's Pinoy Canada Immigration Forum by When in Halifax. And then being an RN it takes at least 1 to 2 years, sabi nila. Actually, oo. Pero ako, Nico, 3 years na eh. Hindi ko pinaprocess yung NNAS ko. Pero yes, it depends. Number one, it depends on the person. And then, 1 to 2 years is kung talagang sobrang aggressive ka. Bakit 1 to 2 years? Kasi guys, the NNAS will expire in 2 years. Mag-i-expire po yung NNAS mo within 2 years. So, dapat within 2 years, makomply mo guys yung mga requirements at makapag-RN ka. At kung hindi, magre-renew ka uli ng NNAS, which is another $600 uli po yon. So, yun. So, parang isang buwan po yung supply na yes, hindi ko na alam kung saan ka ng Diyos kukunin ang kojin sandita. Alay ko po para makapunta. Yeah. Alay ko po para makapunta na ako. Ay nako, winala niyo yung antok ko. Ang tawag nito, nakikita niyo sa mata ko, antok na antok mo, pero nakakatawa. Iaalay na pala yung Koji-san. Pero tawag nito, I feel na makakapunta ka dito, Miguel De Leon. So, think positive, be optimistic. Samahan mo ng dasal, seryoso. Samahan mo ng dasal kasi talagang nakakatulo. Yun talaga ang motivation, ha, Koji-san. Very uplifting mga ka-DDS. Ka-DDS. New Brunswick pa ko, Sir Joey. 1 hour drive lang po. 1 hour, depends sa location, pero 1 hour to 2 hours. Depende. Kung Fredericton ka is 2 hours. Kung medyo malapit-lapit ka. Basta dinrive ko yun eh. 2 hours namin nag-drive. Pero kaya. 1 hour. Kaya yan. Biyahe natin. Kukunin natin, Nico. Ibiyahe natin. Kunin natin yung Koji-san mo sa New Brunswick. Within 2 years, sabi ni Nico, within 2 years, comply the requirements, English exam, bridging course, and less ganun. Kaya lengthy siya, pero makaka-work ka. Kagandahan nun, while waiting for your registration, or while complying sa NNAS requirements, pwede ka na mag-work as a CCA. And maganda naman yung sahod ng CCA, di ba, Nico? Tama naman, Nico, no? Maganda naman yung sahod ng NNAS. Ay, sorry, ng CCA, 'di ba? So, okay naman din siya. So, kaya, kahit pa paano, okay na din. Oo. Sa Snigel, maraming salamat po talaga sa nakaka-inspire sa mga video. Sa Sackville po ako. Si Nigel, nakaka-inspire po sa mga video sa Sackville. Sackville, New Brunswick ha. Kasi merong Sackville dito sa Halifax. Kuya, ako ng gasolina mo, makuha lang natin ang Kojik. Yes, maganda naman po. Okay naman pang offer sa akin above minimum na tama. Mm-mm. Nico, pwedeng mabuhay ng dalawang jowa. Pwede daw mabuhay ang dalawang jowa, sabi niya. Ay, ganon. Ganon kataas. Grabe. Ayan, si Nigel de Leon sa, yes po, sa New Brunswick, Sackville. Oo, totoo yun. Kasi dalawa yung Sackville dito. It's, dito, ang Sackville, pag sinabi mong Sackville dito sa Halifax, it's actually just 10-15 minutes drive highway. So, New Brunswick, hindi ko alam. Pero malapit lang yata yun eh. Search ko. So, yun. Yun, guys. Nakakatuwa talaga tong kausap si Nico. Pwede na pang buhay ng dalawang jowa. Di paano yung pa naging RN ka, Nico? Pwede na magbuhay ng 5 jowa. Just kailangan kang makapunta ng Canada, Nigel. Tatawagan natin si paring Justin. Isang basketball team. Ay, nako. Pag na-RN na pala, pag RN na, isang basketball team na ang kayang buhayin. Grabe. Yahoo! Yun. Sana maging RN kayo, maging RN kayo. Ako, ano na ako, pass na ako. Pati referee sama mo na. Grabe, pag RN ano, sipag lang pala, ano, sipag trabaho lang para ano, para pati basket. Hindi lang makakabuhay ng jowa ng dalawa. Isang basketball team, pati yung referee. Ganun ka big time pag RN. No? Tama naman. No? Opo, alay na po yun sa Koji. So yun, nakakatawa guys. So if you want to join, if you want to join our group, just visit guys our Facebook group, um, Pinoy Immigration, Pinoy Canada Immigration Forum by When in Halifax. If you have questions, yun, tanong kayo. We have lots of friends na very willing na tumulong, very willing na mag-share ng kanilang experience. Especially si Nico. Nandiyan si Nico, very um, energetic. Talagang, all throughout support talaga to. Opo, Alay ko po. What is the difference between these two? Zymer truck. What is the difference between these two? What's the difference? Which one? Are you Filipino Zymer truck or mapalaban na naman tayo dito sa English, Nico. Mag-English ka na, Nico. Meron tayong kaibigan from na hindi Pinoy, oh. Sipag lang, bawal tamad, kuya. Ayaw kong maghahawak ng karato lang sa harap ng team. Ah! Oo, no? Correct. Mga sir, ilang days po week work? Ilang days po a week ang work ng CCA? Pwede rin po ang sumideline sa ibang trabaho aside from CCA? Bakit ka magsa-sideline kung CCA ka na? 'Di ba? I mean, ewan ko. Pero kung CCA ka na, mag-take ka na lang ng maraming shift. Hindi ka mawawalan ng trabaho sa CCA. Here's the link mga ka-DDS sa group natin. Ako starting 64 hours weekly. Part-time ka na pala. So, ang ano nito, 64 hours bi-weekly, ibig sabihin, usually ang pasok ni Nico, it's either 8 hours, usually ang pasok niyan is 4 times a week. So, may off ka niyan usually 2 days kung part-time. Depende sa schedule. Pero usually, kung titingnan mo yung 64 a week, pwede mo trabahuhin ng 1 week straight. 7 days. 6 times 7, di ba? in 1 week, kaya yan. Pero ang ginagawa dito is, that's why may mga kababayan tayo na two employer at the same time. Gaya sa akin, I'm a casual ng dalawang employer. Casual ako sa pareho. Pero ang gusto ko kasi is flexible time because I'm doing my business. So, ginagawa ko yung social media business ko. So, pag kailangan ko ng work, tawag lang ko sa agency ko and yun, binibigyan ako ng schedule. Wala akong plotted shift. So, hawak ko yung schedule ko. But before, ang ano ko, trabaho ko talaga is plotted shift. Ang hirap mag-business pag plotted shift. Kasi, like, mamaya, I have appointment ng 5 p.m. Yun, may time akong gumawa ng presentation. So, yun, madali lang. Pero kung nagtrabaho ako ng morning, kasi plotted shift, hindi ka pwede mag-book off, hindi ka pwede mag-absent, medyo mahirap. So, yun, that's why mas pinili ko maging casual. So, yun. Starting ng 64, how many months it will take for the price of West validity. Validity po ng West, kung hindi po ako nagkakamali, is 2 years. And, depende po yun. Full-time na yung 64 hours. Oh, that's good. Kasi ang full-time, I think 72, di ba? 64 pala full-time na. Maganda. At least, ano ka, meron kang time meron kang, di ko sa alin, Northwood niya, pero meron kang at least, ang tawag yan, yung time off, meron kang vacation, yun. Tapos, DJ, 1 to 2 months. So, yung West, pagkuha is, how many months it will take for the price of West? 1 to 2 months daw, sabi ni Nico, parang 8 shift in 2 weeks. 8 shift. So, yun, mga 1 week nga. 1 week, 7 day, ayun, na 8 hours. So, kung titingnan mo, kasi ano yun scattered dyan sa 2 weeks, di ba, Nico? So, gagawin mo, ang ginagawa ng iba, nagtatrabaho pa sa iba. Kasi kung ang ano mo is kung 8 shift ya in 2 weeks, parang 1 week, tapos meron kang Monday. So, meron ka pang off. Kung iipunin mo so meron ka pang Tuesday to Sunday na off. Pero mangyayari kasi yan, broken yan guys. Broken. Kung gusto mo talaga magpasok ng everyday, pwede. Hindi gaya sa Pilipinas, naalala ko, nag-work sa hospital. Isang shift, it's 8 days. 8 days yung shift. May 1 day off ka. 8 days yung shift. May 1 day off ka. So, ilang natitira? 1 day off. So, may natitira mo 7 days. So, 1 week din ako nagtrabaho. Parang wala din akong off. Diba, no? Wais, no? Wais yung hospital. So, in 1 shift is 8 days. Tuwang-tuwa na ako kasi may off ako ng 1 day. Pero kung titingnan mo, 7 days ako nagtrabaho Para ako nagtrabaho Monday to Friday. 'Di ba? Tapos yun, sa Pilipinas pa. Pero okay lang, nandito naman tayo sa Canada. May question po ako kuya, hinihingan po ako nila ng pag-plot. So yung gagawin mo, yung mga off mo doon sa full-time mo, doon ka lang papasok. Ang casual usually, it's a plotted shift. It depends sa company. Meron akong agency, it's a Filipino-owned agency. Pero unfortunately, they're not hiring foreign workers. Kung nandito sila sa Canada, nag-hire sila. That's why, yung mga kababayan natin nandito sa Halifax, talagang worst to worst scenario, wala kayong mahanap na trabaho, pero I doubt na hindi kayo makakahanap ng trabaho dito. Kasi madami talagang naghahanap ng trabaho. And I'm very happy for you, Nico, na nakakuha ka sa Northwood. Nag-apply ako dyan pagdating ko, kasi nakita ko din yan sa online, hindi din ako nakapasok. Siguro Nico, wala akong Kojisan. hindi hindi ako nag-Kojisan ng sabon that time. Kaya siguro kaya yun, napakaswerte sa Kojisan. Ayun, so yun. Dami natin pinag-uusapan. Sabi ni may suggestion po ba kayo sa employer under AIPP? Ginawa ko. Ginawa ko na yung HR ng yun. Malakas na para to si Nico. Sa mga mag-a-apply, si Nico tawagan nyo sa Northwood Halifax. May suggestion po ba kayo sa employer under AIPP? Yun, watch this live stream, yung sa pinakauna, nandun po yung advice ko about AIPP and how to find employer. And then, I strongly suggest also, guys, to watch the interview namin with Dennis Mercado. Dennis Mercado is a licensed immigration consultant. Shinare niya yung AIPP process. So, yun. Oo, sige, i-refer ko kayo mga ka-DDS sa Northwood kapag meron na kayo. Ay, meron na kayo. Pero dapat, merong Kojisan bago mag-refer. Ano? Nico? Kojisan is the key for a better future. Bring Kojisan to Nico bago mag-refer sa work. Kojisan is life. So yun guys, I want to stay mag-live pa pero pasensya na guys. 12:30 na dito sa Halifax. May appointment ako mamaya. So yun. Kailangan natin manang gawin yung ating obligasyon. Yan guys. Kuya, ligo-ligo din. Hindi na, sayang ng tubig. Wala pang ligo, bagong gising. Ano, Nico? Hindi ako maliligo kasi, yun nga, malamig. Hindi. Mamaya panlakad, mamaya na maligo. Ayan. Nico, it's a good question, Nico, para sa'yo din. Nico, Diyos, ang ginaya ko po yung format ng resume ng mga Canada. Kaso, na-confuse po ako. Dapat po ba resume pang nurse CCA? Ako pang CCA. Kasi sabi ko nga, hindi ka makapag-apply ng RN kung hindi ka registered RN dito. So, if you're a registered nurse sa Pilipinas, wag mong isipin na you're a registered nurse dito pag pag-apply mo. So, make sure pag-apply mo is lagay mo na lang CCA. Kasi yun yung parang valid or pwedeng accept as a applicant ka. So, yun. Anyway, yun, bisitahin nyo si Nico Joson's vlog. Merong vlog si Nico. Nico will do all weekend vlog, tama ba? Weekend vlog. So, abangan nyo, merong weekend vlog ngayon si Nico. Pineresure. So, yun. Guys, if you're watching right now, please visit Nico Joson, Nigel Jason Perez, visit Nico Joson's vlog. Type mo Nico dito yung link ng ng YouTube channel mo. Let's support Nico para masaya. And nakakatuwa talaga to si Nico pag maganda tong kasama mag-vlog eh. Bibo. Nico, merong parade, Pride Parade dito sa Halifax. Alam mo ba 'yon? I-vlog mo 'yon. Maganda yung i-vlog. So anyway guys, thank you very much. Kailangan na daw maligo, sabi ni Nico. So anyway guys, thank you very much for watching and hopefully naging magandang araw nyo and hopefully guys, makapunta kayo dito sa Canada and sana mag-join kayo sa aming Facebook group. It's a Pinoy Canada Immigration Forum and of course, subscribe to this channel. Ayan guys. Bye-bye! Kita-kits dito sa Halifax.